and today we are looking at our April monthly budget. So first, we're going to start with an overview. We'll move into sinking funds, paycheck breakdown, all of the things. So this is just what we expect our budget to look like, or hope our budget will look like. So first, we are going to list our income, and my husband and I combined them together. And then we have our fixed expenses, which include mortgage, Tacoma, our phone bill, life insurance, internet, Netflix, and Hulu. And then our variable expenses include sinking funds, which for me, this is a mix of the traditional sinking funds and kind of like a cash envelope system, but I don't take the cash out, so it's a digital style. And then groceries, our sewer and garbage bill, and eating out, or what we call restaurant. And then extras at the bottom, we are just gonna have investing. But usually these are our either goals we're working towards, like if we were gonna add more to our debt payoff, or savings, investing, or if something just doesn't fit into a category. So next, we are going to look at our numbers. So combined for my husband and I, we are budgeting to receive $5,600. We try to budget as low as possible for our income. And then for mortgage, that is $1,241. Our Tacoma minimum is $590. Our phone bill is $152. Life insurance is $38. Internet is $30. Netflix is $10, and our Hulu is $2. And then these are considered fixed expenses because they don't typically change month to month, the dollar amount. So they add up to $2,063. And then for sinking funds in our variable, we have 1,933 going there. For groceries, we've been doing 700 lately, and it seems to be our sweet spot. Our groceries does include toilet paper, paper towels, and those disposable items like that. Next, for sewer and garbage, that is 79. And for restaurant, we are doing 75. Which brings our total variable to $2,787. And then if we take our income minus our total fixed expenses minus our total variable expenses, we will have 750 remaining, which is what we are putting towards investing. So that is the overview for our budget. And I know that a big chunk went to sinking funds, so we are going to flip over and look at that. So this is our sinking funds for April. So March isn't quite ended, so we don't have the beginning balances for these. We are going to fill in this budget column. So for auto insurance, that we already fully funded for the rest of the year, so we don't need to add anything to it. For auto maintenance, we are gonna add 100. I did cancel that car wash membership, so I don't have that coming out anymore. It was $20 that would go towards that. And this we're just kind of accumulating for my oil changes. Matt's oil changes are covered because his vehicle is so new. And then we want to build it up for when we need to get new tires or anything that needs to be worked on the car. So for beauty, I'm adding 150. For card tabs, that's funded for a bit. We don't need to add anything. For clothes, I'm getting 100. And Matt actually isn't getting anything for April. We took an advance on his clothing budget. So for March, you'll see that we ended up adding 200 to his at the end of the month so that he could buy some new shoes. And we wanted to use a REI coupon. It was 20% off, but it ended at the end of March. So we kind of switched things up and added extra in March. And so then he won't get anything for April. For Costco, this is our yearly membership that is fully funded. Our dogs, we are going to put 100. And then for electric, we are also going to add 100. For entertainment, we are adding 100. My sister is coming to visit and we'll be doing some Easter things with her. And then anything else that might come up. And then for fitness, we are gonna add 50. I think we might need to get another protein powder. And then for furniture, we are gonna add 100. We do want to, I know I've mentioned this a couple times, get a new sofa in the summertime. I'm not sure if it'll happen in July. We really want to focus on our fence and some other things. So we'll see if we're able to get enough to fund that, or if we decide to pull it out of savings, because we do have that option also. If we find a couch that we absolutely love and it's available, we'll see. Next we have gas. We are adding 250. Gifts for Christmas, we fully funded that. Next, for gifts in general, we have my mom's birthday, and then I have a friend's daughter's birthday, so we're gonna add 100 in there. Next, we have home extras, and we're just gonna add 50 just to keep us covered if something comes up. And then we have home improvement, which we are adding 100. We are hoping, fingers crossed, to start staining our fence boards in April, but we really need the weather to warm up. It's been teasing us with some summer, I wouldn't say summer sun, with some sun, and the temperatures just aren't matching that, but it is still our March, and hopeful that April will show us some sun. Hunting, we are adding 100. And medical, we are adding 50. Office supplies and books, we are also adding 50. Outdoors, we are adding 50. Technology, we are adding 120. I had the Canva membership for the last 3 months, and it was like half off for the monthly. So it was like $6.50, but that membership ends, and I think I'm gonna pay for the yearly through Canva. It's so nice to be able to schedule my Instagram posts. It's really helped me to stay on top of it and kind of stay motivated. So I think it's worth what equates to $10 a month. So I think we're gonna go that route. And then vacation, we we decided to add $238. This is kind of a random number, but it was what was like left over once we calculated everything out. So then for water, we are adding 25. We are going to a trip in June to Oregon, so we kind of want to add some more money into our vacation fund. We just have to account for the gas to drive there and food and activities. So we don't have too much more to add. And so if we add all of these up, that will come out to $1,933. And so that is just another look at what we plan to budget our income for. And then we are going to pop this open and flip it over to here. And this is our paycheck breakdown, which I really like. It is just an easy way for me to make sure that this is our monthly budget, and then as we get our money throughout the month, we can make sure we are paying our bills on time and putting our money in the categories that we wanted. So for this income, we are just going to split it in half, not in half, 4 ways, because we have 4 paychecks for the month. So this will be $1,400. And then for mortgage, we're going to look at the, sorry about that. Look at the monthly view here, a little Easter theme. These stickers are from Whimsy Luxe, which I think are so adorable. But anyways, mortgage is at the end of the month, but we are going to split it up in the first 3 paychecks here. So we're going to add 441, 400, and 400. We theoretically could wait until the end of the month, but I like it to be in our checking and ready. And then as soon as we get paid on the 3rd paycheck, I will process the bill pay to make that payment. And so it's kind of gets there in time. And then our Tacoma, that is due on the 21st. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 3rd paycheck. So we will put it in the 3rd column. And then our phone bill is at the end of the month. So we will put that over here. And then life insurance is on the 14th, and so is electric. But life insurance, even though it's on the day we get paid, I will use this paycheck to pay both of these. So life insurance will come out of the 2nd paycheck, and so will electric, and we are going to take that full 100. And then for internet, that's at the end of the month. So we will use our last paycheck for that. Netflix is on the 17th, or I should say it's around the 17th. Sometimes they kind of pull it early. I think it's supposed to be on the 15th, so it actually could come out on the 14th, but I put it here. We are going to use the 2nd paycheck for Netflix. And then Hulu is in the beginning, so we'll use the 1st paycheck. Okay, so that means all of these are allocated. So we will add up the fixed expenses. So these two together is 443. We have 448. Ooh, 990 and 182. Okay. So now we have our variable expenses, and I put auto maintenance here because on my little thing here, we have remote connect coming out. So I want to have that available, and that is $80. And that is for the RAV4. It's for the app access to start my car and lock the doors, and it'll alert me if the doors are unlocked, that kind of thing. And then for gas, that was $2.50, so we're gonna split that up. And actually we're just gonna split up 200 of it. So we'll pull 100 from the first paycheck and then 100 for the last half, so out of the third paycheck. And then groceries, we are going to front load some of that. So the first 2 weeks we'll do 200. Usually the Costco ad has come out and we'll do heavier shopping in the beginning of the month. And then at the end, we will just schedule 150 for the last portions. And then sewer and garbage is on the 20th, so that's out of the third paycheck. And then restaurant, we are going to pull at the beginning of the month, so we can do our date night. So now, oh, and then investing I usually do at the end of the month. I know a lot of people say to pay yourself first, and if that works for you, that's great. I don't like doing it twice in a month, so I just wait till the end because, again, we under budget our income, so usually there's extra money at the end of the month, and so I like to be able to just allocate it all at once. But if you do it at the beginning of the month, that's cool too. Whatever works for you. And so what we're gonna do is, normally we still have this like big chunk of sinking funds. We pulled out some of them from electric, auto maintenance, and gas, but we still have a good chunk still in there that needs to be pulled. So we're going to look to see how much we have left. Let's pull out the calculator. Let's see if you can. Yep, you can see that. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do 1,400 minus the fixed expenses of 443. And then we'll do minus 80, minus 100, minus 200, minus 75. So out of that first check, we still have $502. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 400 and put it into our sinking funds to whatever categories that we happen to need in the beginning of the month. It's not super important which categories they go to, but just so that we have $400 in the first week to use from our sinking funds. And then so we'll minus that 400. So then we have 102 left over. And we're gonna take this and actually roll it over or hold it for the second pay period. So then for when we get paid again, we'll still have this 102 plus what we get for our income. So we are going to get this not to turn off. Okay, so we're gonna add the 102 plus the 1400, and we're gonna subtract out our total fixed expenses minus electric minus groceries. Gives us 754. And I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna do a 400 pulled from the second pay period to go towards sinking funds. So then we have 354 left over. And I just realized we didn't fill out our total variables. I always forget this part. So 400 plus 80 plus 100 plus 200 plus 75 is 885. Okay. And then for the second pay period, we have 400, 500, 600 there. It's a little easier to do. Okay, so we will take this 354 from the second pay period and move it over to when we will get our third paycheck. So let's clear that out. So we have our 1400 plus what we held over from the previous one, 350. So we have 1754. We're gonna subtract out that 990, big old chunk. Oh snap. And then we have our gas. We're gonna subtract out the 100 minus 150 minus 79 for sewer and garbage, which leaves 435. And I really like this 400 number, so we're gonna go with that again. And so then that will leave 35 left over, and that will roll to the fourth final paycheck. And we're gonna add up our variables. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed up. That's not right. 400. Oh, I think I was subtracting. You probably saw that. It's okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'm just kidding. 729. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that we allocated everything. So mortgage, Tacoma, phone bill, life insurance, internet, Netflix, Hulu. This last paycheck is just to make sure that we've paid everything. So for our sinking funds, we need to take our total 1933 minus the 400s that we've already pulled out, and then minus the electrical, minus the auto maintenance, minus the 2 gas withdrawals. So we have 353 that we still need to take out so that we fully take in our sinking funds. So that one's good. And groceries is all good. Sewer and garbage we've taken. And restaurant we've already taken out. So that means our variable 34503. And then we can double check that we're on the right track. So 1400 plus 35, and then minus 182, which is our total fixed expenses for the last pay period, minus that 503. And minus 750 equals 0. So that means we've allocated all of our income for the whole year. No, for the whole month, not the whole year. And so that's how that looks. I will use this weekly check-in usually for groceries and gas and restaurant. And I think those will probably be what we use again. I just thought about it. I might include vacation because I have a little weekend trip to the Tulip Festival with my friend on this weekend. And so I'll probably use that, maybe not for weekly check-in because it's only one weekend. So it would all be on that 4th week. So I do need to kind of lay that out and get that scheduled. But anyways, so sorry, kind of was out there in La La Land. So this is our paycheck breakdown. This is our monthly budget, our sinking funds, and we are set for April. And the other sheets that I have are debt review, but that'll be at the end of the month. And we went over weekly check-in. I think that's it. You can get these stickers on my Etsy shop. It's Brendle stickers, and there's a link in the bio for that. But I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out, checking out my allocation for April. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!